Good evening, you're watching News Mongolian Beyond. I'm your host, Anur Kambatar. And for top stories, Google to support Mongolia, training 10,000 educators and 1,000 students. The United States announces nearly $13 million to advance a prosperous, secure and resilient Mongolia. Children who regularly participate in sports develop healthily. And for the news, stay tuned. During his official visit to the United States, the Prime Minister of Mongolia, Oyerton Losnamsra, toured Google's offices in Washington, D.C. During the meeting, the Prime Minister highlighted Mongolia's unique blend of modernization and treasured nomadic culture. He expressed his appreciation to Google Inc. for initiating a collaborative effort with the Mongolian government to enhance digital transformation in the education sector. This partnership involves the provision of products, services, and programs. Mark Isakowicz, Vice President of Government Affairs and Public Policy for Google in the US and Canada, commended Mongolia's remarkable rise in the UN E-Government Development Index within a relatively short span, showcasing the nation's commitment to leveraging digital technologies for societal and economic advancement. As an outcome of the meeting, both parties reached an agreement to introduce Google's products, services and programs into Mongolia. Google's involvement also extends to supporting Vision 2050, a long-term development policy of the Mongolian government, particularly in the field of education. The Mongolian government is dedicated to ensuring that every student and educator has access to online learning tools. To achieve this goal, Google and the Mongolian government will collaborate to distribute an initial batch of 20,000 Chromebooks to local schools. The ultimate objective is to provide a Chromebook to each student and teacher. Additionally, an innovative approach involving Chrome OS Flex will rejuvenate older Macs and PCs already present in schools, enhancing performance, battery life, and sustainability. To assist educators utilizing the 1 million Google for Education Workspace account being rolled out in the region, Google will grant 10,000 Level 1 and Level 2 educator certifications. This certification initiative will empower the first cohort of certified teachers to train their peers in proficient technology utilization. In an effort to equip students for future success, Google will offer 1,000 scholarships for Google Career Certificates. These certificates will equip individuals with practical skills in sought-after fields such as cybersecurity, IT support, UX design, data analytics, project management, and digital marketing with no formal degree or experience requirements.
Rich human capital.
The United States and Mongolia announced the signing of a new bilateral assistance agreement valued at up to $25 million over the next 5 years. Working with Congress, USAID plans to initially invest $12 million into the agreement in collaboration with the government of Mongolia.
The $12 million will be dedicated to increase access to clean energy, diversify the economy, and strengthen democratic institutions, partner with private sector entities to improve the business environment, boost competitiveness, and increase economic opportunities for small and medium enterprises, expand USAID's programs outlined in the newly modernized bilateral economic cooperation roadmap. In addition, the United States and Mongolia announced that USAID is providing $600,000 in humanitarian assistance for ongoing disaster preparedness programs that support communities' resilience to extreme weather events, a natural phenomenon arising from summer drought followed by harsh winter conditions. Drought caused widespread animal deaths with disastrous impacts on herders whose livelihoods depend on their livestock. The drought that occurred this past winter impacted 60% of Mongolia's territory and nearly 200,000 herder households.
The following news story highlights the critical impact that a balanced diet, healthy lifestyle choices, and frequent exercise have on promoting children's well-being. Our attention is mainly on the diligent training of the 14 to 20-year-old team players from Mongolia's young and youth national teams. These young athletes are getting ready to compete in the upcoming World Jiu-Jitsu Championships, which will be held in Kazakhstan at the end of this month, and they are preparing to showcase their abilities and tenacity.
All of the adolescent students who train here claim that Jiu-Jitsu has improved their physical and mental well-being. For instance, this boy named is Kang Yurten. He was overweight and insecure youngster before taking up sports. He is confidently getting ready to compete for his nation in the World Jiu-Jitsu Championships right now.
First of all, I lost weight. My body started to grow and get stronger. Additionally, I'm growing taller and I began jiu-jitsu at 93 kilograms. I now feel more self-assured, am in a good physical shape, and am involved in social interactions. The most crucial aspect of health and athletics is constant practice. I advise you to attempt jiu-jitsu or some other sport if your kids are anything like mine.
This girl's name is Halyong. Since she began consistently practicing jiu-jitsu, she has made a lot of friends who share similar good habits. There have been numerous positive changes in her health and physical condition. When I was 15 years old, I first began training in jiu-jitsu. I used to have trouble sleeping. My physical and emotional health both improved once I started doing sports. In middle school, I was kind of short. I have grown a lot in the 1 to 2 years since I started playing sports. Jiu-jitsu is a type of wrestling that makes the body more flexible. These kids are as flexible as ballerinas while having a lean, strong build. Longevity is a function of flexibility.
A person who lacks suppleness becomes inflexible. Calcification develops in the human body as a result of immobility. The capacity to contract and stretch muscles to improve as flexibility increases. The most crucial factor is flexibility because it enhances mobility and gets rid of any issues such as stiffness, calcification, edema, and twisting.
Every sport has advantages of its own. Any sport a child participates in helps them grow a stronger body and sound mind. Because the rate of metabolism speeds up, people sweat, blood circulation improves, and the brain functions better the more they exercise.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Here's the international news from our partner agencies. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin welcomed Iraqi Defense Minister Thabit al-Abbasi to the Pentagon for bilateral talks Monday. The discussions were expected to focus on Iraq's security, the continuing threat of the Islamic State, and the evolving role of U.S. troops in the region.
Mr. Abbasi, it's good to see you again, and I'm glad to welcome you and your delegation to the Pentagon as we convene the inaugural U.S.-Iraq Joint Security Cooperation Dialogue. And working together, the United States and Iraq have achieved significant milestones in support of Iraq's sovereignty and regional stability. Through the global coalition to defeat ISIS, we have liberated more than 50,000 square kilometers of territory, and more than 4.5 million Iraqis have now been freed from the tyranny of ISIS. Our discussions today and tomorrow will outline the work that remains to achieve the enduring defeat of ISIS and the conditions under which the U.S. military mission will evolve.
Al-Abbasi thanked Austin for hosting the meeting and expressed confidence that the 2 days of talks would lead to more progress in the fight against the Islamic State.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Monday the country was consistently increasing its arms and ammunition production to meet the demand of its ongoing war with Russia. A rescue operation is ongoing in Pokrovsk, Donetsk region following Russian missile strikes. Iskander missiles targeted ordinary residential buildings. All of our services are working on site. Unfortunately, there are casualties. There are wounded, there are fatalities. My condolences to the families and loved ones. The chief commander presented the report. Of course, there were reports on the supply of ammunition and equipment, as well as our arms production, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Strategic Industries. We are consistently increasing the volumes both in supply and production, and we are constantly reducing bureaucracy, making regulations more flexible. Our defense industrial complex will reach the level required by the state. Ukraine has the strength, and I thank everyone who is currently working on Ukrainian production for this strength.
The Ukrainian leader also commented on 2 Russian missile strikes that hit the center of Pokrovsk, a city in the eastern Donetsk region, killing 5 people and wounding 31 more. Zelensky confirmed an ongoing rescue operation in the city and the existence of casualties.
Here's the weather forecast of all major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you tomorrow with news and updates. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.